a way of just getting to that point to give you a chance of winning. That's Cleveland. That is Northeast Ohio. When you talk about Smalls all the time, that Midwest mentality, Cleveland is an amazing place because they're going to work their way to victory, and that's what their basketball team did last night. And CeCe has every right, and he's going to do it to put a lot of this on the Pistons because they were ugly late in that game. But that was a grimy, figure out a way, Max Strus steal, Evan Mobley dunk. How are we going to do this? They did it last night. That was Cleveland last night.
Oh, no doubt. And the role players for the Cavs were the key to me, led by Max Strus, who gave you 20 off the bench, 6 made three-pointers. But again, like you mentioned, Ev, winning plays down the stretch. The steal on Cade Cunningham in overtime sets up a Donovan Mitchell layup. Donovan Mitchell, during that span, scored 3 straight possessions, a 7-2 run by himself. But I thought that Dean Wade was awesome on the glass. Sam Merrill knocked down some shots. Evan Mobley played big down the stretch with a nice made three-pointer and then a couple of free throws to follow up on the following possession. So, yeah, the Cavs made the plays that they needed to, and it came from guys that you wouldn't expect in clutch time. And you say this all the time. Udonis Haslem talks about the formula in a 7-game series to get to 4 wins. You need your stars to get you 2. You need your coach to get you 1. You need the role players to get you 1. Last night, Game 5 on the road in Detroit, it was the role players for the Cavs getting it done.
No doubt.
And it helped that James Harden had 32. But good for them for getting one on the road, which had been a bugaboo for them, obviously. They had been 0-5 on the road this postseason, as you mentioned, Evan. And the Pistons had a huge win probability in this one, and then they let it erode. Credit to the Cleveland Cavaliers, who now have an opportunity to close it out at home. And I think that they're going to get it done. I think we're going to see them advance to play the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals.
And that's what I think, if you just go back to the moments in the offseason where we were discussing the upcoming NBA season, and we said, well, gap year for the Celtics, which we were wrong, obviously. Gap year for the Pacers because of the Halliburton injury, so Tatum and Halliburton, respectively, which we were right about. We said Orlando could be good, but maybe not good enough to get to the conference finals. And Detroit is going to be better, but 1 seed? I don't think we said that. So who's the most logical 2 teams? Who are the most logical 2 teams to get to the conference finals? Well, the Knicks, they were there last year, and the Cavs. And that's where we're going to go, it seems like. And the reason that it's interesting that that's where it's going to go, it's like, everything, what is it? Everything new is old is new again, whatever it is. That's it. Like, we once thought that, then we didn't, and now we do again. Knicks had to do it by way of a coaching change. Cavs had to do it by way of a major trade in Darius Garland for James Harden. They also brought in Dennis Schroeder. They brought Keon Ellis, other guys that have been a part of this. So they're not exactly what we thought they would be at the moment we said that, but they still are here. Now, one of the reasons that the Cavs could get here is because of Detroit, CeCe. And I know watching that game last night on ESPN, listening to it on ESPN Radio, presented by Gusto, part of what they did late and really blowing the lead drove you nuts in watching Detroit last night.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they don't have any scoring outside of Cade Cunningham. And what the Cavs did down the stretch was trap Cade Cunningham and force the others to beat you. And Dennis Jenkins couldn't get it done. Jalen Durham was a ghost. Anytime Paul Reed is the best big man on the floor for you if you're Detroit, that leads to nowhere. And that was the case yesterday. So, yeah, there was a lot of bonehead plays from the Detroit Pistons in last night's game. You got a 9-point lead with 3 minutes to go. You gave up the ghost. And Cleveland had a chance to win at the end, not you. In overtime, just the missteps, the miscues, and not being able to take advantage of the mistakes that Cleveland made. James Harden, for as good as the box score looked, fourth quarter in overtime, he was 1 of 8 from the field, 3 missed three missed free throws, and 3 turnovers. Like, now, give credit to James Harden. He missed one of those free throws, got his own offensive rebound, but why did that happen? Because Cade Cunningham didn't box out. Cade Cunningham, lazy with the ball on the inbounds play, allows Max Strus to steal the ball and Donovan Mitchell to get a bunny at the rim. Those types of things can't happen. You have to be better. You have to play with more force. You have to protect the ball in the critical moments. You have to treasure every single possession and get a good shot. Detroit did not do that. And that's why they lost that game.
You mentioned when they went up by 9 late in regulation, they had a 96.8% chance to win the game. 98.6. And then Cleveland went on that 23-10 run.
So
let it slip out of your fingers.
Just as a point of fairness here and painting the whole picture, there is one person who thinks that maybe Detroit got screwed a little bit. I think maybe we have to just let Nuno present his case as to why, despite blowing a 15-point lead and then a 9-point lead, he believes the Pistons got screwed. Nuno?
I'm just throwing it out there. There was that at the end of the game where Thompson and Jared Allen are going for the ball, and Jared Allen trips Asar Thompson, like where you could have gone to, the line, right? Obviously, Thompson isn't a great free throw shooter, so like that would have been an adventure. And I know after the game, Tony Brothers, the crew chief, was asked about that, and he said, both players were going to the ball, and there was incidental contact with the legs, no player having possession. Asked if there should have been a foul call. There's like, no, there was incidental contact on the play. And Nev, you're going to love this part right here. The play will be reviewed by the league tomorrow, and it will be posted in the last 2 minutes.
Oh, my God. I understand. Oh, my God. The 2 minute thing.
I hate the 2 minute report.
I understand they want the transparency for the gambling for 100 years ago. Like, stop it. What's going to happen? If they're going to say, oh, yeah, you know what, it should have been called a foul. Is Thompson going to go shoot free throws now?
He's going to start game 6 with 2 free throws.
Is Daryl Morgan going to audit the game?
They should do that.
What are we doing
They should do that. Start game 6 with 2 free throws.
That's not starting game 6. That's ending game 5 during game 6. What the heck is the point of the 2 minute thing? We get it. Transparency, honesty, gambling. Shout out DraftKings, partner with ESPN. I understand all of that. But, this doesn't help. What do you think, Jovante, a TV producer, and other great Pistons fans? You think my buddy Rick Mahorn is sitting there, oh, good, we'll get a 2 minute report now. Now, why do you have to fix your ear every time I yell?
Because you're really loud. You're screaming in my ear.
Oh, my God.
I wasn't on camera. Why would you do that?
It throws me off. You're like, she takes out her earpiece so she can't hear me.
I have sensitive ears. I'm sorry.
You think it changes anything? If they, you know what, Nuno's right. It was a foul.
Do you think?
Well, then what?
Well, I mean, it wasn't malicious intent, right? Jared Allen was going for the ball. Do you think he intentionally tripped Asar Thompson?
No,
because it doesn't look like.
And I think there have been times where Cavs
intent
fans
didn't look like it was.
Yeah, it looked like it was incidental contact, just like Tony Brothers said.
Doing that.
Exactly.
Like a what?
A stumble.
Okay, I didn't hear. All right. Okay, just making sure.
You're pretty choleric today.
Did you use that already? I don't know what to do at this point.
You lost. Just
I must have
just
lost.
take the L.
All right, word of the day, choleric.
Choleric is not our word of the day.
Debate.
It does mean hot-tempered, quick to anger, and highly irritable, which he is today. You'd think he'd be on cloud 9. Daryl Morey out in Philly. You think Evan would still
I'm not
have
rooting
that
for somebody to get fired.
No, but you're
You don't
rooting
want
for
him to
your
have the
take
job,
to
though.
be right, and your take was proven right. Choleric.
Not the word of the day. Damian Woody, ESPN NFL analyst, is not choleric. I'll tell you that much. He'll join us next. We're on Sportsmanlike, presented by Progressive Insurance.
Saturday on ESPN Radio.